So usually, from a broadcast perspective, you get to hear me say that I'm broadcasting from Ottawa, Kansas at Ottawa University, and I'm not. I'm broadcasting from Ottawa University partner, the Ottawa Memorial Auditorium, and they've been incredibly kind and fun. And I'm with a group of people here, most of whom, if not all, I've known and loved for a while. This is sort of an amazing culmination for me as a chaplain, from the perspective of the theater. So there's an alum guy, and I really like it when he writes books and stuff, and he wrote a play. And as you would expect from this alum guy, it is a play that is much deeper than I would have expected from a play. And it was a one act, and it won some awards, and it's morphed into something that is incredibly close to us, close to heart, and close to a theme. For those of you that have worked with us in Arizona, you know that we're partnering this with an initiative that has to do with blended families. And this is the first thing we get to do, which is sort of a keystone for that, because it talks to that very theme. Some statistics we talked about as we did the accompanying thing. There's more blended families now than not. Is it a bat or a bird? That's the question. Bird, dang it. I was hoping it would be a bat. At the end of the day, part of this is this is a story that has some ups and downs, some happies and some sads, But the programming we want to do with it is a chance to blend blended families together, to talk about what it's like to be a stepmom or a stepdad or a stepkid in a world that sometimes is hard to deal with. So you'll see that there's accompanying things on the internet. And for you in the audience, and for those of you that are virtual, we also have a couple of requests. One, the program, which is also virtual, has some questions if you're part of a blended family. We'd like you to answer that and send it back, because we're tracking that, and that helps us to work on the programming next time. And two, we have a critique and comment form. And this is here if you're in the theater, and we have some pens up front. If you're back home, it's also a PDF, an online version that you can send back to my attention. And that's about the play. This play has grown, as you know, into something different from when it first started. It's richer, it's bigger, it's longer, but is it still funny and cool? You guys are the critics. We're all too close to it. And lastly, I have so enjoyed working with this sweet group of people. People that came in to start with the workshop, people who were this tall when I first connected with them years ago and now are about as tall as I am. And I can't tell you what a privilege and a pleasure it's been to work with people that have such hearts and souls and minds and talent, because it's an affirmation to me in a dark world. It's been a blessing, and I'm thrilled you're here. For those of you in our studio audience, laugh loud if it's funny, don't boo if it's not, and thank you for coming to be a part of this experience.
Hey, Lucky.
Hi, Nikos.
Trouble? Let me take a look. Hand me that wrench.
What wrench?
The wrench that's in your jackets. You know it's okay to ask for help.
Since when?
Since forever. You know, if you tighten that bolt after you took a ride, you wouldn't need my help.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Want to ride with me?
I can't. I gotta have Joel put up the Christmas lights.
Don't you guys have enough up already?
Never, according to my mom.
Is she making you help your stepdad?
No.
Your mom's cool. She doesn't make you do stuff and yell at you all the time.
She does make me do stuff, just so you know. But I'll tell her you think she's cool.
No, don't tell her.
Okay, Lucky.
Is it really true you don't know who your real dad is?
Who told you that?
I just heard it at school, and I was curious, with it being Christmas and all. Thank you for helping me with my bike, Nikki.
Okay. Don't call me Nikki.
Okay, doofus.
What are you doing, Mom?
Yeah, I was throwing out the former first baseman over there, Amy Washington. She was an all-star, you know. What are you doing?
I'm gonna help Joel put up some lights.
Oh, okay, good. Let's see. Can you take this out to the garage for me? There you go.
What about the cardboard box?
Oh, this is a donate box.
Making more room for Christmas lights?
You've got some sense there, don't you, Smarty?
I can sense things, just like Grandpa.
Ah, well then, get some sense and put a coat on.
That's asking a lot.
That's what moms do. Hey, Lucky. What you doing?
Nothing, Mrs. Scala.
You know you can call me Anna.
I know, Mrs. Scala.
What you got in there?
Army women.
Oh, preparing for battle.
Resting until 0600.
Well, you're letting them sleep in then.
Well, it's the holidays.
You know, you don't play with dolls much, do you? Well, hey, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. I didn't play with dolls much either.
Really?
Yeah. Who wants to play with dolls when you can play with army women? You know what? Let's have a look at this bike here, see what we can do.
Nico's tried to help, but
Well, it looks like your bolt is just about completely stripped.
why didn't Nico's tell me that?
That should get you through one more ride. He probably didn't notice. You know, sometimes people want to fix that symptom and not the cause.
So I need a new bolt?
Yes, you need a new bolt. Exactly.
Why didn't you play with dolls much when you were younger?
I was more interested in stickball or riding my bike.
My mom says it nurtures your mothering aspect.
There's some sense to that. A little bit of truth there, yeah.
But you still didn't want to?
Let me let you in on a little secret. Come close. Not every woman wants to or has to be a mother. Got it?
But you are.
Yes, and I'm glad to be. It's not like you sign a contract with God just because you're a girl. Make sense? And you should see what it does to your body.
What does it do?
Well, for one thing, it makes your feet flat.
I like my feet. I have the highest arches in my family.
Well, then you should stay away from boys until you're 30.
You're funny, Mrs. Bell.
Get out of here, Major. Merry Christmas, Lucky.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Scholar.
Hey, Diggos.
Hey.
I'm glad you came up to help. Did Lucky have problems with her bike again?
Yep.
Bet she has a crush on you.
Nah, I think she has a little crush on Mom.
I don't see Lucky bringing out her bike in 40-degree weather to come hang out with your mother.
That's because you won't let her ride in the yard. She'll be up on the porch in no time. What can I do?
Give me a second. Remind me again, why are we out here?
Maybe Mom just wants to get you out of the kitchen.
Who is the best chef around here? Okay, who makes the best enchiladas around here? Yeah, me. Tell you what.
You think all this helps?
What?
With Mom's fear of fire.
You know, if this shed goes down up in flames, all three of us are out here fighting the fire. She call it teamwork, and I bet you that would help her overcome her fear of fire. And I'm okay with that. That's all right with me.
It's kind of weird, though.
You like weird, right?
Yeah, I like weird.
I'm gonna need one of the new lighting sets out of the tub, right over there. You know what's really weird? Didn't we already take all the lights out of the shed?
Remember when Mom sent you on that errand?
Oh no.
Yeah, she got in a clearance sale.
I'm gonna need that hammer too. There you go, hammer, in the tub. Thank you. What are you doing? Why are you punching out the air?
Pros do.
That's because I'm not very smart.
You said Manny Pacquiao was smart.
I lied. I'm gonna need a couple new other lighting clips over there. There it goes, tub. Thank you. I thought you wanted to come out here and help.
I do want to help.
And you're not helping me.
Well, you're not giving me much to do. Might as well train. I told you, they started that new boxing club in the old band room at school.
What about baseball?
What about baseball?
What, you have a decent arm, your hitting's pretty good. I can help you with your swing, it's even better.
Baseball's the... Boxing is the thing, Joel.
Okay, if boxing's a thing, then we get your mom on board. You need to keep your grades up. And you know what they say, if your grades take a hit, your late night stargazing's gonna take a hit too.
I don't remember that deal.
Well, we made it last year when you were having problems in social studies.
I don't remember talking about that.
Well, we did.
Well, you can't take my telescope away.
That's not what I'm saying, Ghost Sneaky.
Besides, you remember what happened last time when you took my skateboard away.
That was a whole different situation.
Besides, Papa Nikos came in that telescope, and he's not just gonna let you.
Keep your shirt on.
Don't tell me what to do.
Look, me and your mom just want you to keep your grades up, that's all.
That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying, Nikki.
Don't call me Nikki.
I'm sorry, slow down, slow down.
Hey, you slow down. Besides, you can't take anything away from me. You can't take anything away from me because you're not my real father.
Well, Mio, I'm the only father you got. Why don't you go help
Lucky
your
me.
mother?
Hey, you guys finished with the lights already?
Pretty much.
Where's your coat? Hey, come here.
What?
Look at that hair. I mean, seriously. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Oh, hold on. It's great and all, but it could use some work.
If you say so.
Oh, if I say so. Does that mean I get to tell you what to do now? Well, it's time.
I don't think I want to this year.
What do you mean you don't want to? You always love it when we make the mela macarona. I'll even look away when you dip your fingers in the honey. Besides, you can tell me what really happened outside.
Huh?
Your grandpa's not the only one that has senses.
Jeez, Mom, you're so annoying.
Besides, it's just simple math. You weren't out there long enough. Come on, spill.
Well, I'm out there, and I want to help. I really want to help. He's not let me do anything. It's like he doesn't trust me or something. And he could really use my help. I mean, he's out there all like one-handed and everything, but he's not letting me do anything.
Well, okay. You need to talk to him. You need to tell him that.
You tell him.
Not my job.
Not my job either.
Then whose job is it?
Grandpa's?
Look, you need to own your own emotions. Be responsible for those. And then if you need to express it to someone, then you do it.
Jeez, Mom, why does this sound like a self-help podcast?
Hey, tone.
You know it's true.
Well, there's nothing wrong with self-help. I mean, hence the help in there, right? Come on. What else happened?
Nothing.
Really? What else happened? What did you say to him out there? What did he say?
Well, I go out there to help. And then he starts laying into me about getting good grades in school. And if I don't, he's gonna take my skateboard away.
What? When it comes to things like that, we make those decisions together. That's not the way it goes in our house.
What about that time with my skateboard?
Well, that was because you were, in danger. I was trying to help. It was about your safety. I guess what, I see that you brought those great dishes down. Those are the special ones. Thank you. Those were very thoughtful.
Well, since Grandpa brought them all the way from Kambalaka, I thought he'd want us to use them.
Evaristo.
You're welcome.
You know what? I think what this tells me is that you really need to talk to Joel.
Mom, I don't want to.
But you need to talk to him. I know he seems like a big bear, but he's really a teddy bear.
It'll be fine then?
Yeah. Everything will be fine.
Everything?
Well, I don't know. What else? What did you say?
Nothing.
Well, are you sure?
I might have said something mean.
Maybe Joel can forgive you, don't you think?
You think?
I think, yeah. But what'd you say?
I said, you're not my real father. You can see why I don't want to talk to him about it. Please?
Oh, you know, the hard stuff makes us stronger. Come on, look. I need to work on this food, and you need to go and talk to Joel. But why don't you set this table, and then when you figure out what you're going to say, you can talk to Joel, okay?
Do you need any help?
Yeah, you little ninja. Hi, Lucky. Yeah, you want to hand me one of those new lighting clips over there?
Where's Nikos?
He's inside.
Why?
To help his mother.
He looked upset.
I guess he was.
Was it about Gene the Machine Ellis?
Oh, you know about that, huh?
Gene the Machine Ellis, heavyweight champion of the world.
Maybe a Watertown, New York.
Never knocked out in like 42 fights.
Yeah, I suppose.
What happened to him?
He was killed in Louisiana in a hurricane.
When was that?
Long time ago. Well before you were born.
Why was he in Louisiana?
He was down there trying to be a boxer.
Was he Nikos' dad?
You know, we're not sure, but I know Gene really wanted to be his father. You know, I'm gonna get cleaned up here and go inside. Papa Nikos is coming over for a visit. Do you want to come in?
Nah, he'll pinch my cheeks and mess up my hair. Besides, I should probably go check on my little brother.
All right, thanks, Lucky.
Hey, you all done out there?
Yeah.
Looked like you lost your helper.
You say anything when he came in?
He said that you were going to take away his telescope?
Oh.
Yeah. What did you say to him out there?
I just said he needs to keep his grades up for next semester.
Well, that's not what he heard.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you just talk to him?
I tried. I was putting up the lights, I turned around, and he was gone.
Every little missed opportunity
Is
leads into a mountain of missed opportunities.
I
You said
know.
it yourself. You know, I told him that when it comes to things like his telescope, you and I make those decisions
Thank you.
together.
That's exactly what I was trying. He was punching out the air. I made fun of boxers and something about his foot. And the next thing I know, I shouldn't have done that. It was a misunderstanding. I misspoke.
I don't want to think about it either. I mean, who wants to think about him getting his head bashed in?
They do wear protective gloves and helmets.
Haven't you seen Jeremy Wilkbanks? I mean, geez, he's
Fair
like
point.
huge.
Fair point.
Besides, I would think of all folks that would understand, it'd be you. I mean, you know what it's like to love a sport.
Yeah, baseball was never very kind to me.
Hey, I disagree. It brought us together.
And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Hey, don't do that.
I'm sorry. I am grateful. Why do you think I got our tickets for my first game, our first date
Oh,
home?
I think that was my idea. No? Well, all I can say is, it seems like now you're mad at baseball.
It doesn't take a PhD to realize that it didn't take much for the Astros to pull me up and I wasn't ready.
I think it has to do with, what happened, but I thought you were good enough. They thought you were good enough.
I was too young. I wasn't ready. I should have stayed in Corpus Christi to play AA ball. But instead, I tried to steal that stupid base, and I tried to steal that stupid slide, and I broke my stupid wrist in a game that I was down by 6 stupid runs.
You know what? Injuries are part of the game.
Not when they're in your career before it even began.
You were a great player. You were. And so this is where we are now. And you're going to take it out on Nikki?
I'm not going to take it out on Nicholas.
ever since he found those photos and then he started shadowboxing, you've been on edge.
The whole house has been on edge. He's been on edge, you've been on edge.
Of course I've been on edge. Do you think I want our kiddo, our smart kiddo, to get his head bashed in?
I don't see some 13-year-old, but what if that's what he wants to do?
Well, he is 13, right?
He's a
So-
hard-headed 13-year-old.
but-
What if that's what he wants to do? Try to convince us to do whatever he wants, whether a new Xbox or gaze off at the stars. And when it comes to DNA testing for boxing, should you have let him get all those tests done?
I think it was we that let him get all those
Should
tests done.
we have?
You know, can't he just come out there and help you with the lights and you not give him a hard time
I don't
about
know
his
what you would
grades?
call what he was doing helping.
Hey, it's been hard on all of us, especially Nikki. And when you talk to him, and I hope you will go talk to him, can't you try to remember what it was like to be 13?
I remember damn well what it was like when I was 13. I was working in tobacco fields when I was 13.
Hey, that's
I
not
didn't
what
have an
was
iPhone
talking
full
about.
of games,
What I
bucks
really-
in the air.
You sure had the beach.
So named my father was a real piece of work. I think that man said 5 words to me between the time I was 10 to 17.
Really,
If you
Joel?
could just...
Are we gonna go back to that excuse?
No.
One more year?
No.
That's your excuse for why you can't connect with Nikki?
No, that's not what I'm trying to do.
We've been through this so many times.
So many times.
Yes, so many times. When it comes to Nikki, it's like you take one step forward and that's great. And then you're taking 2 steps back and it's like you're stuck in some kind of loop and it's not gonna work forever.
I'm doing my best.
Are you?
I'm gonna go get cleaned up. Do you know where he went?
If I knew that, he'd be setting the table.
Laptop?
Probably.
He's been on that thing day and night.
Yeah. Do you blame him?
You and I both know that a new DNA test is gonna bring back Gene the Machine Ellis and Tommy Vanelli back from the dead, or generate 10 siblings that get their mouths swabbed for DNA. Or the fact that Nikos is not going to know who his biological father is. That man, whoever that man was, is long gone. And that's that. And filling his head full of misleads, that's
Yeah.
not fair to him. And that's why I'm angry.
First of all, it's not like we're gonna find that exact match. Yes, you're right. There are definitely a lot of relatives out there, and unlikely that we're gonna be able to find a match. I mean, we're not folks on finding your roots, right?
Yeah.
So I agree with you there, but can't we try? Think positive?
You think the Vanellis from Italy are going to come and help us?
Well, not today. That's true.
I just think
hear
we
you.
shouldn't fill Nikos' head full of pipe dreams.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do. I agree with you.
Then why are we arguing? This is ridiculous.
Just because your father,
This has nothing to do with my father.
he wasn't very good to you or to your siblings, but you knew who he was. I thought maybe that would give you some understanding.
I'm willing to be more understanding if you're willing to be more realistic. If Nikki doesn't find out who his father is, I really want him to do that, but I'm just not seeing that.
Hey, I thought you were going to set the table and think about your apology to Joel.
I was, and then I got distracted.
I can see that. Jeez. What's that? I mean, what is all that money for?
DNA testing.
How much is in there?
About $300. And I got 50 on my Venmo. I bet I only need 50 more.
50 more for what? I mean, another DNA test? Jeez.
They're running a special holiday offer, and it's only major DNA site we're not on.
You know, this is pretty surprising. I mean, do we really need another DNA test? I've been letting you do this, and I've been letting you check check my email all hours of the night. Maybe a thank you would be in order? All right, well, you're welcome. And $400 is a lot of money, Nikki, so are you sure that you want to spend it for another DNA test?
Why not?
Well, maybe it's just, maybe I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic.
I don't get it. You told me not to be negative, Mom. Positive thoughts lead to a positive life.
I'm well aware of that, Nikki, but it's just how many of these relatives are really going to have their DNA on such a high dollar site?
You never know.
I just think that it's your money and you've worked so hard to get it. Maybe this isn't the way to spend it. You know, remember, hey, look at me. This is the important part. Both Jean and Thomas loved you very much. Thomas was on his way. Remember? He was on that plane.
And Jean?
Well, he died when that hurricane hit. But 2 days before that, he called and he said he was on his way.
All the more reason to find out which one of them is my dad.
You know, that's the trouble. You have that persistence of Jean, and you have that big heart of Tommy.
Dang it, now I have to start over.
Look, can we just not? This is not what we need to be doing tonight. We need to focus on dinner.
I need to know more about me.
Well, that's not what it's about tonight. Tonight is about family. What I need you to do is take this up to your room, take it up to your room, and then come back down and please help me. We need to make the rest of the mela macarona. There's lots to be done. So, upstairs.
I'll leave it down here. Maybe Papa Nikos can donate. I'm sure $50 is all I need.
No. Take it upstairs. Come on, Nikos. Please. Nikos. Upstairs. Nikos, so is that a no on the mela macarona?
You can take that as a hell no.
Nikos, Oliver, Kyriakos.
Is everything okay?
Jesus, Papa.
I thought you weren't supposed to take the Lord's name in vain.
Maybe he didn't hear me.
I thought your God heard everything.
What do you care?
Oh, yeah. What's the... Look at you. Look at you. Anna,
Yeah.
what's your bread?
Thank you, Papa.
You're welcome, Adam. That's so much better. Now remember not to hunch. And don't forget to breathe. You don't want to waste all that good energy.
You know what? I'm slaving away in the kitchen today, so you may have to keep those expectations low.
Yes, but it doesn't matter. Cooking, cleaning, working, even just sitting. A breath is always important.
Yes, Papa.
It'll help to talk about it.
I don't want to. Always the counselor, right?
Is Nikki saving up for a car?
No, it's for something else.
Something else you do not want to talk about, right? It'll help.
I don't want to talk about it. Maybe later, Papa.
You'll ruin the food.
Oh, you really can. Use that guilt
You know
angle.
what your mother used to say?
Yes.
Thanks, Benito.
I know. I'll sour the food.
So then,
Okay. You know how Nikki gets in December?
yes. So who is my real father? Oh, is he saying the special prayer?
Yes, every day. And he's even picked up an Irish brogue because he's decided that Gene Ellis is his biological father. A little bit of shadowboxing too.
The boy deserves to know.
Nobody said that he didn't deserve to know. You know, Joel and I have been so supportive.
Anna, you and Joel have gone, how you say, beyond and above with all that DNA testing and things.
Papa, thank you. I just feel like I'm sort of sad because I'm starting to think like Joel.
That he will never know who is his real father? I suppose there are only two options. Either he finds out or he doesn't.
Oh, that's brilliant, Papa.
It's a 50-50 chance. It's pretty good odds.
It's a 50% failure rate. So if that's the case, then why should we care about anything?
You tell me.
Okay, I don't have time right now for all this philosophical discussion.
Then when?
After dinner. After dinner.
One way or the other, Nicky will get what he needs.
Okay.
Never
What
mind.
does that mean?
Never mind. Okay, let's think about it.
Okay.
So, Jean did not have any other children, so that's a no-go.
Yes, you're right. No living relatives, and any of the relatives that he does have, yes, any of the relatives that he does have, they would not take their DNA and give it to the government, because, you know, they might figure things out.
I think I could
Track
get on
them
that
down.
train. Yeah.
Papa,
So-
you're not helping!
No, so what about Tommy Vanelli?
Okay, so Tommy Vanelli is in Italy. You know as much as I do.
So his family is now in Italy. There's no family here in America.
No family in America. You know, we've written letters, we've tried to reach out to them. Nothing.
You have tried so hard. I hope that Nicky knows that. So I think the best bet is still the Vanellis, because if we can determine that Tommy is not his father, that means that Jean is his biological father.
Yeah. Okay.
Italy.
So, you want to go? You want to go?
Oh, sure. We can wine and dine. We
Yes.
can swab their cheeks. We can steal their glasses.
Sounds great to me. Oh.
What do you want, Anna? What do you want?
Whatever Nicky wants.
No. No, there's the past, which is where you're living today.
You should talk.
No. Do not make this about me, Animal.
Hey, Mom has been gone for 12 years, and you're still in that house with the same furniture and the same awful curtains and that same house payment that we can barely afford.
That's just a few more years. Huh?
That's what we always say, just a few more years until 2030.
Who's counting?
I'm counting. I have to take care of my family.
I know that you spent all that time and effort to get your real estate license, and it was not to just help me out. But I really appreciate it. I appreciate how both you and Joel are helping me. I will get a job again soon.
You know, you're so good with plants, Papa. And, you know, just like you managed that greenhouse up in Albany, you could do that in Springfield or even here in Branson. I'm sure they could use you.
Yes, Animal. I'll try.
Will you, Papa?
Sure.
You know, layoffs happen all the time. It's not your fault.
I will get, how do you say, back in the sandal again.
Back in the saddle again, Papa.
Saddle?
Yes,
A sandal,
saddle.
like a nice pair of shoes?
No, saddle.
Cowboys.
Yes, or cowgirls.
You know, sometimes it's not good to live in the past. I mean the distant past, because if you do, you'll get stuck in the present and it turns into the past.
Hey, Papa.
That's the Joel.
How's cool, Papa? You see the new lights we got up?
Yeah, they were off when I came in, but there seems to be a lot more than there was last time. Didn't you have enough already?
Hey, you're preaching to the choir.
Hey, you two.
Sorry, we'll do whatever you need needs to be done.
Yeah. Next year, maybe we can have figgy pudding or shrimp plum.
Hey, both of you, you bums. Here I am trying to get better.
I think you're
and
getting a
face
new
my
job,
fears.
Papa.
I think you're going to get a new childhood, Joel.
You too.
Never genetics, huh?
Oh,
Boy, that boy is determined. This is the last one.
Let's have a drink.
so-
We can drink.
from the kitchen.
Oh, yes. The Christopsum over.
How's my sailboat doing? Is it taking the crust charge?
It looks a little more like an umbrella, but not bad. And no, don't worry, I didn't touch your dough. But yes, I went ahead and made myself a Greek flag. It was awesome.
Is he in his room?
I guess so.
Are you mad at me?
No. Are you mad at me? I heard you about the pipe dreams.
And I heard you about being stuck.
Hey, let's talk before you go up. And can you take Papa's coat so he doesn't, bullfight Nikki with it?
Let me take a coat, Papa.
I've got to go check on that bread.
So more life than last year, Joel. I thought she was doing better.
You know December.
It's the month that her mother passed.
And it was the month that Jean died in water in a hurricane. Tommy died in the wind in the airplane crash. And your wife.
Like Cassandra in Greece, the earthquake.
And the last element, fire. And Anna's afraid it's going to take away Nikki.
Damn, what can we do?
I'm just going to do whatever needs to be done. I figure putting up a gazillion lights during Christmas might overcome her fear, despite the fire hazard for the neighborhood.
You are a good man, Joel. A sweet, sweet man.
Stop it, Papa.
I need to be nice to you now in case we talk about football at dinner.
You know baseball's my thing, not soccer, Papa.
Yeah, but you're in this family now, so you have to like football too, don't you know?
Fine. But Greece can never make in our Gold Cup.
Against your North American teams?
You think Greece could beat Mexico in soccer?
Handily. You're lucky they don't play our Cuba team.
I thought we were talking about Anna.
We are. Anna has always been very good at facing her fears.
I knew that first time I met her. She was raising a kid on her own.
She's come a long way.
Yeah, she has come a long way. And it's going to come to a halt if I don't get my butt in the kitchen.
Not too many sesame seeds on the Christophano bread, please.
That's not my doing. I know she overdoes it, but it does take a lot to make that perfect bread.
It's better to remember the history of your family behind it.
Ten Escalados on the makeshift step from Cuba? That's easy to remember.
I'm glad that they made it, and I'm glad that you are here, Joe.
Thanks, Papa.
You've been so good to Anna. You've been so good to this family. I feel bad that I have not gotten down to your Andy Williams Theater since you got your promotion. I've not been good to you.
It's not exactly my Andy Williams Theater.
But you light it so extravagantly. So when I go down, can you give me a discount?
Sure, if you want a couple of free tickets, I can get you in.
Oh, really?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that deserves a toast.
You just let me know when.
Don't get him started. Oh, no thank you.
You know, I love Andy Williams.
I didn't know you liked him so much.
Yeah. Moon
I said, don't get him started.
crossing you.
That's nice, Papa.
style.
That's nice, Papa. That's nice, Papa. That's nice.
Hey, I'm going to steal him for a minute.
But I support the shots.
It can wait. So, you don't think that he should get the nebula testing?
He's probably researching it right now instead of trying to take Uzo shots with Papa. And he wanted to start shadowboxing explains everything.
Well, since he found that picture.
And for a minute, I thought he found my old boxing gloves.
Yeah. But you still haven't told me. Do you think that he should get the testing?
Do you want him to do another test?
Do you?
This is usually your decision in the house.
No, we're a team.
Are we?
Yes, we're
I
a
always
team.
feel like a third wheel on this when it comes to these kind of decisions.
You do?
Yeah.
If you feel that way, then maybe that's something we should change.
Maybe I feel like this is the bigger issue here, that we don't want him to get the test.
I just don't want him to waste the money.
No?
No. And I'm tired of being stuck in limbo, and I want to get things back in order.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
back in order.
Look, that's going to take some doing. Nikki's gone bonkers for these DNA tests. He's dreaming about a father who doesn't exist. All of us on edge. The house is one faulty bellboy for going up in flames. Papa's mortgage is about to break the bank. I'm just not seeing the life that you're seeing. I can tell you this is not like one of your staged homes. This is real life. You can get messy, and it's way out of order.
So I just don't want to bring in any more change.
What about Nikki? What about the fear of a fire being on full force?
It's not in full force.
More Christmas lights on one spectrum, installing another fire alarm in Nikki's bedroom, and then micromanaging his movements. You can't control everything, but you can control how you feel and respond.
I mean, now you sound like me.
And you know what you're talking about.
Okay, so we should focus on dinner, and you need to go up and talk to Nikki
And the test?
after dinner.
It was really hard not to listen, so I listened. But damn it, my hearing is not as good as it used to be. So what's going on?
You tell me, Papa.
I can't sense everything,
Don't tell them that.
but I can sense this trouble in paradise.
You are nosy. You know that, right, Papa?
I'm not nosy. I am family, so anything goes.
You're probably gonna get plenty of that in the next
Plus,
half hour.
I'm old, and so I need the excitement.
Who do you think Nikki's father is?
Well, it could be Gene Ellis. It could be that Italian guy that came here for
Tommy
business
Vanelli?
degrees, Tommy Vanelli. He was a very nice man.
Advice from me?
Layers. Lots of layers.
That's not exactly advice, Papa.
Take heed. Lots and lots of layers.
Putting take heed in front of something doesn't make it advice. It makes it sound like Shakespeare.
I am a cultured man.
So that's your sage advice?
You know, sometimes the best advice is just to listen, like I see you doing.
I gotta get my head clear.
Nanamu,
No thanks, Papa.
it might help you be less sour.
Papa!
I'm just saying. Okay then. It's a family. In all of its foibles and nuances.
Papa, maybe you should, have some water to chase that down.
True, true. We don't want me dead drunk before the Galapagos starts.
Hey,
Hey,
I think I'm being difficult.
this is difficult stuff. Are you scared? I am a little bit.
Are you? I am too.
What if Nikki's dreams come true? What if Gene, in fact, is his father? And then that's all he'll see. And then a legend is created. Gene's dead, he can do no wrong. The perfect father, and he'll be behind glass, and I'll be in front, and invisible as always.
I think you might be blowing this a little out of proportion. Nikki loves you. And he just doesn't have a really good way of showing it.
Maybe. I can't compete with the guy, especially a dead one.
Go upstairs, talk to him.
Hey, what you doing?
Just playing a game.
Did you know there's a disease called Mars fever?
Huh?
There's a disease called Mars fever. You can catch it by looking at Elon Musk's Instagram posts.
That's really bad.
In 1893, there was a soap manufacturer, and they created an ad saying, Mars has people, and they want our soap.
They want our soap?
I'm not kidding.
At least tell me they made the soap red.
No, but that would have been a wise marketing strategy. Look, when I was young, my dad, he was an angry man who spoke with his fist. So I spoke with mine. I got kicked out of a bunch of schools until finally I met a teacher who really gave a crap about me. And then he taught me that sports was a safe way to release my frustrations in life.
In Cuba?
Yeah. In high school, I played baseball, and then I had a decent senior year, and I got drafted by the Astros, and they sent me down to Corpus Christi. I was hitting over 300, so they sent me down to Fresno, and that's where you go before they send you to the minors. And then one late game, I tried to steal second base, and I shattered my wrist. After that, I never got my batting speed up, and I couldn't hit the ball again. My career was over. And before I knew it, next time it rains or it snows, that's why you see me wearing that wrist brace.
I thought that was from falling off the scaffolding at the theater.
No, I've always been ashamed. Nothing happened. I hope that makes sense. I'm still learning what it takes to be a good father. Can you help me?
How?
If I get testy or angry sometimes, it's probably not about you, it's probably about me. A younger part of me that's still trying to figure things out. If I can be patient with him, can you be patient with me?
I think I can do that.
We can all get testy and get on each other's nerves around here. But know that it's okay to talk it out. ¿Entiendes?
Indeed.
I would never take away your telescope, no matter what happened. You know that, right?
Sure.
Sure means no.
I know you.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I gave you a hard time about shadow boxing and calling boxers dumb. And I just wanted you to keep your grades up. When I was in school, my parents didn't help me at all. I just wanted to be good for you. Can you forgive me for being a jerk?
I forgive you.
You got a lot of hard stuff on your plate.
How do you mean?
You got schoolwork, you got friends, you got social media, and pretty soon you'll be getting a driver's permit. And you got the biggie. You still don't know who your father is. That's a lot.
It's probably no excuse, though. I'm sorry I got mad, that I bolted out there, and that I called you not my real father thing.
I didn't give you many options, but thank you. I have apology accepted. Odyssey?
Yeah,
Made it through the canyons, got to the temples?
not to the temple yet, but I'm so close.
It's rough.
How do you?
I don't hang lights all day. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, ma'am. What is left to do?
Well, we're looking pretty good. Let's see. The turkey is ready. The potatoes are done. You did the salad earlier. So, the bread is nearly done.
Did you make it to the temples?
I know who my father is. What? I know who my father is.
That note, 10-minute intermission.
I know who my real dad is.
That's impossible.
That's great news, young Nikos. Tell us what you know.
A DNA match came back with a 50% parent-child match.
And that means...
Since Nikos isn't the dad, then he has to be the child.
And Gene Ellis is my father. I knew it.
It's great that you know
This
this.
is great, Nico.
Mom?
I wish he was alive for you, Nikos.
Maybe he is.
Nikki,
What?
you know what?
His body was never found.
It was a Category 5 hurricane. There were a lot of bodies that were never found.
Why did he have to go down there?
He was going to train with Bo Goodry, and you know, he was one of the best, so that's why he went.
But he was coming to see me?
Yes, of course he was coming to see you. Both him and Thomas were on their way to Branson. They wanted to lay claim to you, sweetheart.
But your God let bad things happen.
God doesn't belong to anybody, Nikos.
But he lets bad things happen.
Maybe he's not one to meddle in our affairs.
I don't understand.
God has better things to
But
do.
this is a cause for celebration. So
Papa.
how about some Uzo?
He's too young for that, Papa.
Everything in moderation.
Maybe a little after dinner. And speaking of which, we need to work on dinner before it burns up in the kitchen.
Wait a second, Nikos. You said that. How did Gene's information get into the database?
Some first cousin from a different family.
They only use saliva samples, so you have to be.
Dan.
Dear God.
Look it up.
You gotta see what I just found.
What did you find, Nikos? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, okay. Gene Ellis was trapped beneath debris in a grocery store where he sustained head trauma and was in a coma for 2 years. When he awoken and his memory returned.
Skip ahead. Skip ahead.
Ellis hired a private investigator to find his girlfriend and his son. He feared she may have moved away or even out of the country with her Greek family. Though Ellis hasn't located them yet, he has not given up hope. That's great, Nikki, but this is dated like 9 years ago, and it doesn't look like it's from a very legitimate website.
That's because it's a copy of an article embedded in a Habitat for Humanity newsletter. There was no way for us to find it on a Google search.
How do you know so much about this Google? I don't think it's healthy. Let me just take that laptop thing. You know, one of these days your brain is going to get sucked into that computer.
It's been known to happen, just like in Tron.
Who is this Tron?
It's the movie, Papa.
And not any more movies for you two.
Stop lecturing him.
Somebody needs to.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, we are going to need to figure out how to proceed.
You know, the last time I saw a movie, I think there wasn't even a cover.
I would agree with that.
Again, we are going to need to figure out how to proceed. So, I know it's Christmas, and I know you probably want to try to find him.
You know, I think maybe we could get in touch with him. Maybe we could try. But you two need to come together to decide because it is the parents' choice.
You know what? I don't think we can call him tonight, because if we try to, it would ruin Christmas.
True. If he had a family, he would be having dinner with them. Gene, if he's alive, will be spending it with his family.
Don't you think? Well, even though we're a team, and I do think that maybe we should make this decision together, what do you think, Joel?
I think we should let him do it.
Okay, so while we're a team, I'm vetoing that decision, at
What?
least for right now. It's Christmas, and, you know, it's Christmas Eve. We need to focus on dinner, a family dinner.
No way.
Yes, way. You're not going to call him tonight.
Papa? Jewel?
Nikos Oliver Kyriakis, do not dare. You're not going to call him tonight. Give me that. Give me that. Nikos.
I don't know that you're being fair.
Life isn't fair. Might be such a mom thing to say, but look, it's complicated. We don't even know anything about Jean. It's been 9 years. I don't know anything about Jean. Have you thought about that?
I don't understand.
I'm just trying to protect you. I need you to understand that you don't have, I have a father here, but Gene is not your father. At least not in that way. He's never been there for you.
Suddenly then, you have a father. And really you don't know anything about Gene Ellis. And neither do you. Have you thought about that? It really does matter.
Well, you know, the thing is, even if Gene can become your father, at least for a while, it's not a father like I've had. And you know what? That's my fault, Nikos. That's my fault. I failed you, and I should have been responsible. I should have known.
But we don't know.
And I'm sorry.
Now we do know. And you won't let me talk to him?
It's not like I won't let you talk to him. It's just that I haven't seen Gene.
Who cares? I want to see him.
We don't know anything about Gene anymore.
We know he cares about people and builds them home.
Yes. Okay, that's right, Nico. We do know that. But that's been 9 years. We haven't known anything about him in the last 9 years.
So can I call him?
Look, I'm scared. What if Gene does have this great job, right? And you go down there and it's New Orleans, this new big city, and he can provide for you better than Joel and I can, and you find this great high school and things are exciting. And then there's this custody battle, and then we have to split time.
I don't understand.
I lost Mama. Couldn't bear to lose you. Do you want us to be there with you when you call him?
No, I got this.
Are you going to call him right now?
Yeah,
Are you nervous?
a little bit.
Remember, we love you very much.
Go make that call.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello?
Is this Gene Ellis?
Who wants to know?
This is Nikos Oliver Kyriakos Askalos.
That's a mouthful, kid. If you're selling something, I already got one.
No, I'm not selling anything. Do you remember Anna Kyriakos, who lived in Albany, New York, about 13 years ago?
What did you say your name was?
I'm Nikos Kyriakos. Are you there?
Of course I remember Anna. Are you her kid?
Yeah,
You're my son.
Yeah.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
You didn't get the email from Ancestry DNA?
No, I don't use that stuff. My cousin does. And she travels with work and doesn't always... She said it'd be a long shot, but I'll be damned. Are you sure?
It came back 50% parent-child match.
After all these years. So where do you live?
I live in Branson, Missouri.
Really? Do you like it?
It's all right. My stepdad, works for a theater, so we get to see some pretty cool shows. And so would all their cities here. I mean, it's no Disney. It's got some really good roller coasters.
That's great. You like roller coasters?
I like the adrenaline rush, you know? And I skateboard too. You ever skateboard?
I don't think my trainer would approve of that.
Too dangerous?
You would have liked the balance and the footwork thing, but yeah, too easy to crack your head open.
That's why they make helmets, Dad.
You're right. That's why they make helmets, kid. So, how else do you like to spend your time? And how are you? How old are you?
I'm 13, you know? 13.
Right.
And I like video games. And school's kind of a drag, but you gotta go. But I do like science, and astronomy is my favorite. I like to learn about the planets and the cosmos and how big it all is and how dynamic it all is.
You sound really smart, kid. I wasn't much for school when I was your age.
Why not?
I grew up in Albany. We didn't have a lot of money, so I got a paper route delivering newspapers, and when I did, until I could drive, and then I got another job to help out my folks.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And made me who I am, though, so that's good.
Still box.
No, that ship sailed. It sailed far off the Jersey Shore.
Could you still?
Sure, kid. If I dropped about 50 pounds and bought a skateboard.
You could do it.
Yeah, I could do it.
I could help you pick one out.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
I don't think I can help you for 50 pounds, though.
Neither can Weight Watchers.
You know, I've just started to box myself. I'd really like how to learn how to throw a good right cross and a lead hook. Maybe you could show me sometime.
Sure, kid.
I could come down there to New Orleans and visit, and we can do that. Work in some boxing moves, and we can go to your local skate shop. I'm sure they got tons of skate shops up there.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
After Christmas, I still have school.
Hey, speaking of Christmas and it being Christmas Eve and all, that's a big deal for Anna and your grandparents, right?
You remember. My grandmother passed away, though. I don't really remember her.
I'm sorry.
But we still think about her. And Papa will probably raise a toast for her tonight. We always have a big meal plan. We make this bread called Christopsima, where we weave our family stories into the dough and put it on top.
That's pretty cool, kid.
Yeah, it's really cool. My stepdad's from Cuba, so we made a sailboat this year because his family sailed from Cuba to Florida when he was a boy.
No way. That's something.
He had a pretty rough growing up.
Yeah, but he's a good guy.
Oh yeah, he's a really good guy. I mean, we butt heads sometimes, but he's cool.
It's okay to butt heads sometimes.
We always talk it out.
And he's good to you?
Yeah, he's really good.
And your mom, she's doing fine?
Mom's great. She has a good job selling real estate, so she doesn't have to work all the time like she used to. She lets me skate and doesn't give me a hard time. Not too much.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
She's pretty great.
You don't lack for a lot, do you, kid?
Huh?
Nothing. I've got some friends coming over pretty soon for dinner, so...
You got a big dinner planned too?
Not super big, but big.
With your wife?
No, I'm not married.
So should we talk about dates when I can come out and see you and Nora?
Hey, you didn't tell me your stepdad's name.
Joel.
Joel, and you said he's good to you?
Yeah, he's really good to me.
I'm really glad. Now, I've got something that's really hard that I've got to say to you. Are you listening? Are you listening?
Yeah.
You can never, ever come and see me. I'm so sorry. I had the ticket. I had the ticket. It was the 6:15 bus.
Hey, do you know where Papa went? I could use a little advice on the Christopsimo bread.
He's on the deck smoking one of the cigars from your brother, dying slowly.
Now those were some fine cigars, Joel. And the mellow macaroni cookies were excellent.
Hey, I hope you left some for us.
Yes, but I noticed there was not nearly as many as there was last year.
I lost my helper.
Is he down yet?
Not yet.
It's been long enough unless we're swapping life stories.
Maybe they are.
I'm gonna go check on the boy.
Please
Please
don't.
don't.
I am not going up there to do your job. I'm going up there to do mine.
I'll be right down.
Yasu?
Yasu,
So, what are you playing?
game called Odyssey.
I like that name. Is it fun?
I've been landing some amazing tricks on my sandboard. It took me forever to get the dunes into the temple biome, but I finally...
What happened?
He doesn't want to see me.
Well, damn. What can I cuss?
You cuss all the time.
Damn. Your turn.
Damn.
Very good. More.
Damn it.
More, Nikos.
Damn it, Papa.
Yes, damn it, Nikos.
Why?
Because sometimes things don't seem as they are.
You mean they're even worse?
Well, it probably feels that way, but I'm sorry, Nikos. I mean, what I mean to say is time travel.
Time travel?
You know, you were only 1 or 2 when my Cassandra died. And I loved her so much. We were together on a Tuesday, and then a week later she was in Greece visiting her aunts. And then I know you know the rest. There was a 6.9 magnitude earthquake. She and her sister were killed when the hotel collapsed. And I didn't think I could go on because I did not want to go on.
So what'd you do?
Well, I forced myself out of bed. I would get in the car every day. I would drive to the greenhouse. Sometimes I would just stay in the car until a friend came to retrieve me from it and take me inside. I worked pretty lousy. I did a lousy job. For a while, I think probably a couple hundred hydrangeas and gardenias didn't make it. But my boss, he understood. And then I would go home, and then I would eat dinner, and then I would go to bed, over and over again. I did that for a very long time. And then one day for lunch, I was making a gyro, and I was drizzling tzatziki on it, and the fresh deal just wafted up to me. And something changed inside me then. I remembered how much Cassandra loved fresh dill. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hope again. I knew I was lucky. I was lucky to have spent 26 years in the company of that magnificent. See, sometimes things do not seem as they are.
I don't think Gene is interested in me, or even in whipping up gyros for lunch.
Oh, makes me wonder what he's interested in.
How so?
Well, I mean, maybe he's worried that he won't be able to live up to being Gene the Machine Ellis.
I don't care.
But he might care. And how about you, Nikki? Has that call changed you? Are you a different person?
I'm the same, I guess. But I'm not over it.
Of course you're not over it. Some things we never get over. But You have to just keep going.
I don't want to keep going.
But you have to. We better get downstairs before your mother comes up and lectures us. She will lecture you for playing video games. She will lecture me for smoking. It's not that hard. It's only a few words. We can use the Band-Aid method.
Band-Aid method? It'll be real fast then?
It'll be really fast. Just a few words.
How many?
You tell me.
6.
6 words is very, very fast. What are they?
Jean doesn't want to see me.
Is that what you said?
Actually, no. He said, you can never, ever come see me.
That is different.
It is different.
Come, let's go downstairs.
You're slow, man.
Don't blame either the ouzo or the cigars.
So, I take it that went pretty well?
You can tell them.
Jean doesn't want to see me.
What? What exactly did he say?
You can't come see me, ever.
Oh.
You don't have to crush me.
I just know how much you cared and how much this meant to you.
Maybe Nico says I'm gonna talk about it right now.
Who made you king?
Why don't you ask him what he wants?
Oh my gosh, I'm standing right here. You guys are really acting like parents. It's so annoying.
We'll stop.
What are these?
What do you think they are?
They look like boxing gloves.
You would be correct, mijo.
Where did they come from?
My old trunk in the garage.
I thought you played baseball.
Just about everybody boxes in Cuba, honey.
Are you gonna let me box? Mom?
Te bono non cagne. At least the fire hazard's low.
She hasn't seen the gym yet.
Hey, it can't be that bad, right? Well, if you're smart enough to do a left hook, then I guess you're smart enough to put out a fire?
After dinner, I'll dig up some hand wraps.
Whew.
What are you going to do with all that money now?
I guess I could give it to Habitat to Humanity.
You know, you sure could. I could send them some money too if I had a job.
The greenhouse in Parkville Village is hiring, I heard.
So, are we all set for dinner?
Oh, the Christopsimo bread.
There with the drinks.
Our Christopsimo bread.
You know, your sailboat does not look too bad, Joe.
No, it doesn't look bad at all.
What about my little Greek temple?
It's all right, it's flat.
Oh, we forgot something.
Oh,
What?
Front door.
don't tell me you can sense. Lucky, what are you doing down there? Come on. Come in. Of course you can. You're always welcome.
Come on in, Lucky. Sit next to me.
Yes, please, Lucky. Take Elijah's chair.
Who's Elijah?
He is our honored guest who brings good news.
And that's me?
It's you tonight.
I don't have any good news to bring.
You are the good news, Lucky.
Thanks. Thanks, Anna.
My dear Cassandra, may she rest in peace. When we finally arrived in this country after a very long journey, she said just this: we made it. And I tell you, my family, we all made it too, to this glorious moment. The food is praised and it's delicious. Cassandra would have been so proud. She would have been proud of all of us. Oh, she loved music so much. Damn it, I should have brought my records.
Papa, how many times have I told you we don't even have a record player?
How can you not have a record player?
The same way we don't have an 8-track player or a 1965 Ford Fairlane?
That is a classic car.
Hey, the toast?
Not yet.
Enjoy them while they last.
What does that mean?
To family.
Opa.
Opa!
Is that bird still in here?